I'm here on camera and I didn't have anything planned for today. Nothing, I would say, like polished, structure, or nothing valuable. But I've committed to showing up. And after recording 50 videos as a highly sensitive person who is a creator, I've started realizing something I wish someone had told me. Like, talking to me about being seen and how being seen is exhausting for the HSP nervous system. And I'm not saying that it's exhausting physically, not mentally, nervously. And if you're a highly sensitive creator as well, and you've noticed that you've been feeling unmotivated, blank, low dopamine, like your creativity has disappeared this week, have you wondered, like, why does showing up feel so heavier than it used to? And for me, before going anywhere, I want to tell you something strange that I noticed. The days I feel the most unmotivated are not the days that I'm lazy. That's the interesting thing. They're the days my nervous system just quietly decides, and this is so strange. It just decides that today we don't feel safe being seen. And that's what I'm feeling like today. I don't feel like I want to be seen. I don't feel motivated. I'm struggling and not unsafe like I'm in danger, not unsafe like exposure. It's like I think someone might misunderstand me. Someone's going to judge me. Somebody's going to expect something from me today, or simply just notice me. That's what I'm struggling with today. Just my dopamine levels are just low. I'm just feeling unmotivated. I wonder, have you ever had a day where you just didn't want to quit your purpose? You just didn't want to exist inside the spotlight of it? Let's say when even opening your camera feels heavier than the work itself. Do you feel that? Like where your ideas are still there. Like I still have some ideas, but your passion is also still there. But your body is just quietly whispering, Sly, at least for me, it's like, let's stay invisible today. And that's the kind of day I'm having. Because I think for an HSP nervous system, being seen, from what I'm learning, being seen is not neutral. For me, as an HSP creator, it's stimulating, it's evaluating, it's exposure. And what I'm realizing is that when your nervous system is already full, motivation doesn't disappear. I think the safety of it is what's disappearing. So by the end of this video, you might also understand why your drive goes quiet, even when your purpose has not. So if you're a highly sensitive person and you're also a sensitive creator, you're going to find that sometimes the motivation is just not there. Like you feel like you still have purpose, but like today I didn't just wake up and feel like, oh wow, I'm I'm feeling motivated. No. So if you're a highly sensitive person, and a highly sensitive a sensitive creator, someone trying to show up online with authenticity. And lately, maybe perhaps you feel the same way. You feel emotionally tired after posting, strangely empty after creating, and I don't know, you're proud one moment, you're ashamed the next. You're not lazy. You may be experiencing like you don't want to be visibly seen. Something almost no one talks about, especially in this HSP space, right? I feel like no one prepares you for these things. Like the way I just woke up today, just feeling unmotivated. And I'll just share something, a personal story for me, because here's the part I don't think people say out loud. Like, I'll give you an example. I'll record something and I'll feel proud. I'll upload it. And then I just sit there staring at the analytics like, did I just talk to myself? And suddenly my hands, they feel weirdly empty. My chest feels hollow. I don't, not sad. I don't feel sad, but I feel very exposed. Like, let me ask you, have you ever posted something and you've posted something that's very honest, and then immediately you want it to hide? Or rewatch your own video at, let's say, 1.5 speed, let's say the 1.5 speed, because hearing your voice, you just feel unbearable. It just feels so unbearable for us HSPs. Or you re-recorded the same sentence like 6 times because your nervous system didn't trust how you sounded. Like that's been like my big struggle. Like I've had a very rough week. And what keeps me going is I committed to the process. So I would still want to push myself. And looking back on January 2nd, when I first started this channel, I was so nervous to even press record. And I remember that I was still forgetting a lot of my words sometimes. And I still stumble right now, even up to this date. But what I'm looking back on is 50 videos later, I'm proud. And also, I'm burnt out, to be honest, on some days. I am. Like, have you ever achieved something and then you felt strangely ashamed that you were not more excited? Yeah, that's what's been happening with me, to be honest with you. And I'm starting to realize that it's not just a mindset. It's your nervous system tracks visibility as risk. Because I think for many of us who are highly sensitive people, HSPs, and what I'm learning even for myself is being seen means unpredictability. And unpredictability for us highly sensitive people feels unsafe. So, for instance, like after posting, you might notice that you you have this sudden quiet fatigue and tiredness, or like you have this urge to just clean something. And I'm like, why? Scrolling without intention, replaying what you said. That's not personality. What I'm learning is that that's your nervous system trying to regulate exposure and being seen. And here's something that I'm finding that a lot of us creators don't talk about. The low views create low dopamine. And dopamine isn't about pleasure. Dopamine is about momentum. So when motivation for us HSPs it drops, Your nervous system doesn't say, work harder. Oh, Sly, you gotta work harder. You know what it says? At least I'm finding that my mind is saying it's like, withdraw. Nobody wants to hear you. You don't have anything to say. No, there's nothing valuable. You don't have purpose. But you want to create, but your body just doesn't want to move. Like, it's just been such a struggle. Like, I don't know if you go through this yourself. And this is why I keep repeating these ideas that I mentioned in my previous videos, because nervous systems learn through familiarity. That I'm learning. So I'm committing to the process. I know I repeat some myself sometimes, but safety comes from hearing something again and again and again. So have you noticed that how certain phrases calm you over time? At least for me, it does. But to be honest, sometimes I just sit here on this couch and I'm like, oh man, I help people regulate while my nervous system is eating snacks at midnight because I posted earlier. Like, yeah, like, but this is just something that no one really talks about. And the three things I wish someone had told me as a HSP creator is that visibility drains you faster than work. Pride and shame, they can coexist. It's okay. And motivation drops when safety drops. So, but not when your passion disappears. So I want to encourage somebody else that's feeling unmotivated. Your dopamine is low, like you just like, I'm just doing this and I just I'm not feeling it. But I wanted to just come on here and just say, like, yeah, I've been feeling unmotivated. And yeah, I have been. And if you're new here, my name is Sly. I'm a pediatric registered nurse. And I'm also a highly sensitive person. And I'm learning this while I'm living it, not from theory. I am new to YouTube, so I'm making mistakes, learning from my mistakes, and just feeling unmotivated is something that happens. But from pressing record, but I also hear my system, my nervous system telling me, "Oh no, Sly, we need to hide today. Let's hide. We don't want to be seen." It just feels heavy. But if you're watching this and you feel as well, like you're quietly tired, you're unmotivated, or you're just unsure why creating suddenly feels heavy, ask yourself, which is what I've also been asking myself, is this burnout? Or is this just my nervous system needing reassurance? Because you're not broken. You just may be adjusting to being seen. For me, especially, it's very new, very, very new. I'm very new to, being on camera, being seen publicly, sharing my struggles as a highly sensitive person with you guys. And I hope that this helps you and come back, because I'm creating this space as a space that we didn't have as kids. So we can just, as highly sensitive people, can come here in the comments and talk about our struggles, what we're, struggling with and feeling unmotivated. And, you know, yeah, it's just one of those days that it's a struggle for me. But thank you for letting me share my story. Thank you for being here. I want you to hit subscribe down below. Not because I figured it out. I haven't figured it out, but because I'm learning as I go, and maybe you are too. And so subscribe, give me a thumbs up, let me know that I'm not alone in this. I will put in the description my Substack in the bottom, the description, my Substack community. That's where we share as well. And I wanted to bring this to video version for you guys to just get to see and get to know me and get to know the real Sly. This is who I am, and I struggle as well, just like you do. And I'm feeling unmotivated today, but I committed to the process, so I'm here. Thank you again, and I will see you in the next one.